Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the F-86A-5 Sabre in War Thunder, a jet that's fast, agile and surprisingly tough. Whether you're zooming through the skies at high speeds or engaging in intense dogfights, this aircraft can do it all. We'll cover its strengths, weaknesses and the best tactics to help you succeed. So, whether you're new to the game or a veteran pilot, stay tuned to learn how to make the most out of the Sabre. Let's get started. The F-86A-5 Sabre is a rank 5 American jet with a battle rating of 8.0. It's known for its agility and versatility in combat. When fully upgraded, the Sabre reaches a top speed of 1,093 km per hour at sea level, making it one of the faster jets at its rank. It has a climb rate of 38.1 meters per second, which is decent but not exceptional compared to some of its competitors. One thing to note is the turn time, 24 seconds when fully upgraded. This gives you solid maneuverability, but the actual performance will vary depending on your speed and altitude. It's crucial to understand how to use these stats to your advantage during different phases of a battle. For armament, the Sabre comes equipped with 6 12.7mm Browning M3 machine guns, holding a total of 1,800 rounds. This setup is great for sustained fire and can cause serious damage when you're able to stay on an enemy's tail. However, unlike jets with larger caliber cannons, these machine guns require more precise aiming and longer bursts to ensure critical hits. While they may not have the punch of cannons, their rate of fire and reliability can be devastating, especially against lightly armored targets. Aside from air combat, the Sabre also has some options for ground attack. With 16 HVAR rockets and 2 2,000-pound bombs available, you can provide effective support against ground vehicles and bases. Keep in mind though that these loadouts will add weight and impact your flight performance. You'll want to drop your ordnance quickly if you plan to engage in air combat. The F-86A-5 is a versatile jet, but it requires careful energy management. Understanding its strengths and weaknesses in different combat situations is key to mastering this aircraft. Now let's get into the pros and cons of the F-86A-5 Sabre. First, its strengths. The Sabre is highly maneuverable, making it excellent in horizontal dogfights. Its top speed of over 1,093 km per hour allows it to engage and disengage at will. The 6 12.7mm machine guns are reliable and, when aimed well, can set enemy aircraft on fire and cause critical damage. The Sabre's strong turning capability, when managed correctly, gives it an edge over many jets, especially at higher speeds. Now, onto the weaknesses. One of the Sabre's main drawbacks is its poor acceleration. If you lose speed, it takes time to regain it, which can be fatal in a dogfight. Additionally, the Sabre bleeds a lot of speed when turning hard due to its design. This means that while it can turn well, you need to be careful not to overcommit to turns and lose too much energy. Compared to some of its opponents, the Sabre has its ups and downs. For example, against the Hunter F1, the Sabre has better turn performance, but the Hunter's acceleration and high-speed control are superior. Against the MiG-15, the Sabre has a slightly higher top speed and better control at higher altitudes. However, the MiG-15 excels in vertical performance with a superior climb rate and acceleration. It's all about knowing your opponent's strengths and leveraging the Sabre's advantages in horizontal engagement. Sabre work for you. First, use your speed and maneuverability to stay unpredictable. The best tactic is to make quick, decisive attacks, then climb back to a safe altitude. This jet excels at boom and zoom, diving on your enemy, making a quick strike, and using your speed to get away. The Sabre's machine guns are particularly good for setting enemy planes on fire. Even if you don't get a direct kill, the fire can force your opponent to retreat or cause them to crash. Make sure to use long, controlled bursts to increase your chances of igniting their fuel tanks or engines. Another important tip, watch out for jets equipped with air-to-air missiles. To avoid these threats, keep your speed high and stay unpredictable. Make sharp turns, use terrain for cover, and never fly in a straight line for too long. If you see a missile coming, brake hard and change your altitude to throw it off. Flanking can also be a great tactic. Instead of diving straight into the middle of a fight, circle around the edges and catch your enemies off guard. With the Sabre's speed, you can get in and out quickly, taking out distracted targets without risking too much. For loadout, take 15 minutes of fuel. It's enough to last through most matches without adding unnecessary weight. For your Browning machine guns, the Universal Belt is a great choice. It includes armor-piercing incendiary tracer, and incendiary rounds, giving you versatility in both air and ground engagements. Now let's go over some common mistakes to avoid. First, don't overstay your welcome in turn fights. The Sabre can turn well, but it loses energy fast if you turn too hard for too long. Stay fast and disengage if you feel your speed dropping. Second, avoid head-on engagements whenever possible. The Sabre's 12.7mm machine guns aren't powerful enough to beat cannons in direct confrontations. Instead of risking a head-on fight, dodge out of the way or break off. Finally, avoid getting into vertical fights with jets like the MiG-17 or the Hunter. These jets climb faster and you'll stall out if you try to match them. Stick to horizontal engagements where your turning ability and speed can shine. The F-86A-5 Sabre is a powerful jet when used correctly. Focus on quick, high-speed attacks, manage your energy carefully, and avoid unnecessary risks like head-ons or prolonged turning fights. With the right tactics, you can dominate the skies in this aircraft. Thanks for watching. Also share your experience with the Sabre. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're just getting started and there's plenty more War Thunder content on the way. Fly safe and I'll see you in the next video.